Hi, this is Carrie Ann Reed Brown, and this is Carry On Friends, the Caribbean American podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Carry On Friends, the Caribbean American podcast. We're back on video with Keisha. Keisha, welcome back to the podcast. How are you?
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited. Love being on. Love coming out
Yes,
to talk the money things.
yes. So, for anybody who didn't check out the last episode, why don't you tell the community of friends a little bit about who you are, Caribbean country you represent, although I think them have a hint, the work you do, and then let's catch up on what's been happening since the last time you've been on the podcast.
Yeah, sure. So I am Keisha Bailey. In these internet streets, people refer to me as Keisha the teacher or, the investment guru. And essentially, what I do is that I teach and train persons on how to build wealth, specifically a lot of the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora. That's my jam, showing people how to grow wealth, showing people how to make more money, showing people how to create a legacy for themselves and their family. That's my passion. I am very good at it because I've done it for almost 20 years now. I've grown wealth for a lot of persons. And these days I am showing, the up and coming millionaires how to take their nickel and turn it into millions.
That's what we love to hear. All right. So, what's been happening since the last time we talked? So, the last time we talked, you kind of gave us the basis on how we should go about saving money. A lot of people ask questions. I saw somebody was like 50 Jamaica, 50,000 Jamaican or 50,000 US. So,
Yes.
we talked about that, but we're, the word on the street, and as we know, there's a change in the market. Some people say maybe not as rough as they thought it would be. So kind of catch us up as to where we are from the global financial market place and what we should be doing to save our all of that good stuff. So just catch you up on what's going on
All
out
right.
our road.
So, in a nutshell, 2023 is different. And I think a lot of persons are starting to feel it that, things are becoming a little tighter, right? With 2022, inflation became a problem because everything did a go up, everything did a raise up, and we weren't really feeling it though in our pocket because though the inflation numbers coming out was saying, boy, inflation going higher and higher, things going up in price, we never really did a feel it per se in our pocket. This year though, we're feel the pinch even more, right? If we think last year, some people were saying, boy, I'm feel it at the gas pump, I feel it in the grocery store, chicken price gone up, eggs gone up. This year you're feeling it even more because the prices of goods still continue to go up. And now a lot of companies are starting to struggle a little bit. And so if the company is struggling, employees slowly starting to struggle. We're seeing whole heap of layoffs coming as well. So the thing I get different. No, it's gonna get harder though. That's what I'm here to say, right? Because more everybody to get prepared that it is going to get harder this year. Rolling into the summertime, we may not have a summertime fine. We may have a summertime. We may have a summertime where we really need to be buttoning up. Maybe doing a staycation, right? So this year it's gonna get harder in terms of prices will continue to go up. Companies going to continue to face challenges. Economies are going to also be facing more challenges. So we have to stay ready. That's what I'm here to talk about. We have to stay ready. And there
Yeah.
are certain things that we have to do to make sure we stay ready, but we're going to get into all of that. But in a nutshell, the thing I get torn up, times are getting harder. We need to get ready for that so that we're not caught, I wonder what one out here. We need to get ready.
Yeah, like the hurricane, it'll come, the forecast will come, batten up,
Right. When
reinforce the
people say
roof.
hurricane warning, sometimes them say, why them people here, them never accurate, them things here are right, so they gotta just go on with the thing. You have to take heed of what's coming. That's the
Yeah.
main thing, right? We have to hear the warning and take heed. Whether we have to go button up, shovel up, we have to get ready.
So how do we get ready, Keisha?
Main thing is, having cash And people may say, but oh my God, I have cash and everything I go up. I understand we have to get creative then and start thinking about ways that we can start making sure that emergency fund pile up. It is set, it is stocked up. The emergency fund have to stock, because what's gonna happen is that with harder times, more challenges, you're gonna find that maybe you always get cut back. Maybe the bonus, no bonus this year. So we have to make sure the emergency fund is there then to be able to take care of those needs that may come up that we never really planned for. So that means, I always say to persons, you need to have 3 to 6 months of expenses tucked away. We need to be leaning now more to that 6 months. That's what we need to be leaning towards. It means then some people may say, boy, I don't even have 1 month. I don't even have 1 month. What should I do? Start putting aside money each month, no matter how small. Start putting aside funds each month for that rainy day. And maybe we'll have to go try and do some side hustles now to get extra cash coming in, additional revenue streams. Maybe we need to be doing that now so that those funds are coming in and we can be putting them away, tucking them away in that emergency fund. That's what we want to be thinking about now, so that when the hard times come, we can say, hey, we were here listening to Carry On Friends. We hear Keisha taught the things and we took heed. We prepared.
Yeah. So the last time you said, and I want to make the distinction for anyone who listened. The last time you said, if you want to do investment, you're putting aside the 50K and you're putting that in an investment, growing account. What kind of account we need for put the
Right. So, all right. And
emergency
yes, probably
money?
put the two of them together, because we not stop the investing, because we still have to do that, because that's how we're going to build wealth. And if we not stock up the investments, nothing will be there in the future. After these hard time pass, we still have to think. So when you bring the combination of them, it means maybe, it's not 50K now, it's probably 45 or 40, 35. And then the extra I'm putting to the emergency fund so that I can build it up faster. And then now, as we go through the hard time pass, we just switch back over now to pushing back the full 50K to that investments.
All right. So we have to prepare for emergency, no matter how it look, because me they live through Gilbert and sun when they shine bright, bright until
Woo! Until
it start get darker. You're like, hold on there, what is going on? So right now, for some people, it might look like the sun is still shining and it don't look like a storm is coming, but you still want to prepare
you
anyway.
still.
And you said, put a little bit aside, at least a month, and you said we might need to start looking
No, at
into.
least 3 to 6 months.
Yes.
3 to 6.
Yes, three to
Yeah.
six months, but you start save at least every
Right.
month. You need to be
Yes.
putting money into that account. And you said something else. May I forget? Oh, you might have to start a side hustle. Forget the little
Mhm.
cash
Yes,
flow
for
coming
sure.
in.
Yes.
So what about people who are already in feeling that financial pain or friction? How we come out of that? Because when you're already in at the hard time, you just survive. Try pay the bill. You only have $5 and all of the bill them come up to about
Yeah.
$50. So how do we begin to kind of, backpedal out of that situation?
So coming out of that situation is not easy, but it's necessary. I have been there. I've been broke. I'm broke life no nice. It is hard. I understand that. So we have to come out of that situation quick and fast. Kind of nice. So quickest way is that we have to find ways to bring in more money. Is the maths, right? The maths of it, that if your expenses higher than your income, if you spend more than you earn, and you can't cut back anymore on the spending, you explore everything, you look through the budget, you over budget, you triple check, and still nothing can be cut. It meaning the other side of the equation, the income side, has to go up. So we have to think about side hustles. On my website, profitjumpstarter.com, we have a side hustle guide, because I get that question a lot from persons saying, Keisha, when we can do no, we need to bring in some extra money. So on our website, we have that side hustle guide that's free, that a lot of persons take and they say, oh, all right, here's some ideas, here's some easy ways, easy strategies I can implement to make some money right now, on the side. So they take it and they implement. We have to get creative. It really is just the maths of it. I know People may say, but easier said than done. That is why I support you with the side hustle guide by giving you some ideas and say, wait, all right, I can try this, I can do something else. Let me try doing, one of these side hustles. But it's the maths of it. If the expense high and they can't be cut, we have to bring up the income. We have
Yeah.
to take one and make fashion. We turn your hand and make
Make
fashion
fashion.
with it. I swear God, I know that is where our ancestors get it from, because they obviously, like us, would have been struggling, and them say, look here, we have to get creative. Because we have to feed our kids, we have to take care of our family.
Listen, I've lived that life. My grandmother's creative bud. My grandmother's a sell ice because not everybody did have electricity.
Right.
You make drops and you make all sorts of things and sell. So I see it with my own two eyes that you have to just get creative. Look at the needs and say, all right, this align with what I want to do. So
Right.
definitely check that out. And so as we're going through, all right, a storm is a brewing and coming. We need to prepare. And then if you're in a one tough situation, we have to figure out how we're gonna get some money on the side. I see a lot of people who, you know, do other me not endorse one, but they run errands, the supermarket and all of these things to get some more money. So we're covering the financial spectrum. There's one thing, Keisha, we really need to talk about, and that's being diligent about avoiding scams. And when I call,
Protecting the money.
yes, we have to protect it, right? So storm a come, we have to save up. If you're in a the storm, we have to make more money. So now how we protect the money, any situation we're in. Like, talk to us about that because there's a lot going on. Like when I call the utility company to pay a bill, they have a recording. We will never show up at your door randomly. They said, they all they have a list of things that they will not do, and they will say, call us if you're not sure if it's us saying you must do X, Y, and Z. So it's in every way people are trying to get your money that you work hard for. So talk to us about how we can be more diligent about keeping our money and protecting our money in a world of scamming.
Yeah, 'cause the scamming is real, and to be honest, it's not going away because it's been around. It's been around, and it's evolved over time as technology has evolved. Like back in the day, it used to be three card man, and so out of half for three, big up whoever remember that, right? It used to be three card man. I do him thing. These days, it's online. The three card man, put on him thing and realize that, hey, I can just sit down and just go online and do something different. So the thing though, because scamming, I believe, will always be here among us in some way, shape, or form. Let's then think about, all right, how do we stay wise to the thing and protect our money that we work so hard for? Right? After my work, my 9 to 5, and Keisha said me for do side hustle, and me I do my side hustle. I'm now bringing in money. How do I protect that? The main thing, couple of things. One, you have to monitor your account. You have to monitor your accounts. Recently, when I was in Jamaica, I saw a transaction come up on my card. I went out to meet a client for a meeting, and then when I reach home now, I see a transaction: two sisters and a dog. That's it. Two sisters and a dog. Me never meet no sister and no dog nowhere for buy anything. I didn't meet anywhere, right? I didn't meet anybody's sister and them dog. So right away, I called the bank and I said, listen, I'm seeing this transaction here, two sisters and a dog. I don't recall doing any business with them or purchasing anything. Where exactly is this place? And they told me, well, it's a restaurant. And it's the same restaurant that I had the meeting. Apparently, that's their business name. Two sisters and a dog. And I said, well, interesting name, but it can create problems for people like myself who see that I'm like two sisters and a dog. But for me, because I'm so on it, right? I do the transaction, I get a notification. I said, whenever, two sisters and a dog. So I want everyone to take that same stance to make sure that transaction goes through. You have the alert, transaction alerts, you're monitoring your account. No, two sisters and a dog can reach you. You gotta see that. I say, look here, what's going on? Because I got scammed before because I saw a transaction with a charity, some US charity, and I was like, I didn't do anything there. And I called the bank to find out the name of the company. That time it was an illegitimate company, right? So I was able to, report it, and I eventually got my money. So when I see $2,600, I say, not again, not again. But this one was legitimate. So it went through. But I want everyone to be focused on their transaction. Monitor it like a hawk. It's your money at the end of the day. Your money, your responsibility. My money, my responsibility. I have to be that person, right? And I speak a lot about trust but verify. We trust the financial system. We trust you, I trust you. I trust you with my money, but me go verify what I do. I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna make sure that the rep that I have, that the advisor is licensed, is trained, is on the up and up. I'm gonna make sure that the company have the right policies in place. I'm gonna say, look here, if one of your staff is allegedly scamming money, what's your policy around that? And a lot of the companies these days, they will tell you that we will reimburse you if there are any fraud or any scam that affects your account. They tell you straight up, and that's the company I want to do business with. If they say openly, look here, you will be reimbursed, fine. If they tell me you're not going to be reimbursed, I say, well, let me take my business elsewhere real quick. Right?
Boss,
So,
boss.
monetary transactions, trust but verify, and ask the companies and the advisors that you do business with about their different policies, the regulations that they follow, and make sure you stay protected. Right? Next thing is diversifying. Do not put all your money in one place. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Some people, you have money at the bank, you work at the bank, your husband work at the bank, your sister work at the bank, your pension plan, your insurance at the one institution. And if anything with like Enron, I don't know many people listening and
Mm,
watching know about Enron.
Enron.
Yeah, that's case study. You don't want that to happen to you where the minute anything happened to this company, all of your money, all of your wealth gets wiped out. So sprinkle it around, spread around, diversify where your money is. Also diversify your investments. Because the same thing can happen when you have your portfolio and all of your money in one single investment. You don't want that, because anything happen to that one company, you lose all your wealth. So diversification is important too.
Listen, yes, there's so many things. Eh,
Gems, 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 gems. That's why they call me Keisha the teacher, because
you you learn from experience because it's the same Enron thing. I worked in class action litigation resulting from the
Yeah,
Enron collapse. So we see whole people life saving money just dissipate like poof, like gone.
yeah.
And I was scammed years ago. Somebody went to Foot Locker, all of these things on my card. Me just call
Yeah.
up the bank. Look here. No, I was none of these places. I didn't buy any of these things. And Uno should have alerted me because the alert is on my account.
Right.
And so they did reimburse me. And I think it's important, like my alert, Keisha, if anything over $3 spend, the bank
Ping,
me say,
ping, ping,
ping,
ping,
ping,
ping. Yeah. You have
alert.
to look here. Trust but verify. Live by it. Trust but verify.
Yes.
Trust but verify.
Even when a deposit coming on my account because scamming work the opposite way to, they
No,
was.
because with all the things set, you have to go through a bank. So
Yeah.
some persons, I see on social media saying, may I keep my money under my mattress, may I put my money in the Bible. Well, look here. The thing is, it's not growing there. Rain can wet it, because paper money can disintegrate. And once it disintegrate, boy, that's just on you. Because you can't go with a piece of money and hope to get it back, right? So we need the banking system. We need it. You have to go, especially for a person who's building their credit. And so, yeah, your money has to be in the system.
Yeah.
But we're going to verify what's happening, right? We trust. But, we'll make sure we verify, peep through and make sure, because we have to work with the system, but we're stay wise and we're doing our due diligence.
So we talked about checking our bank account frequently and or well, for me I was specifically talking about bank accounts, the ones that you interact with on a day to day. When it comes to the investment accounts, it's a little bit different. You might have to call up somebody, but you should be able to log in and,
No,
check.
yeah, you should be able to just go online. I mean, if you have to call up somebody, then
Yeah.
that business needs a tech upgrade because it's 2023, right? Not 1903. It's 2023. It should be online. You should have online access.
Access, right? So you need to log in and be diligent. And I think the challenge with that is it's not necessarily you forget it, but because maybe you're not interacting with it as much, it may not be top of mind to
Mm-mm.
check it as frequently as the checking account where you're
Yes, yeah,
using to do
yeah.
the transaction. So we just have to be a little bit more diligent about that. So Keisha, the teacher, tell us what else that you see coming up that you want your people to prepare for, and say, all right, listen, we have to tighten the belt and now wear the one shoes for the rest of the year. I'm just playing,
No,
but
well,
you know
all
what I
right.
mean.
So good point there, because I believe in abundance
Yeah.
because our ancestors work hard, you know, to make life better for us. So I want everybody to enjoy life and live abundantly, because one thing we know, life not guaranteed, it's not certain. Here today, gone tomorrow. Make sure while you're here, are your best life. To ensure that you have that best life, you have to do several things financially, because money is what turns everything, right? We can't take pretty smile and go for a grocery, or pretty smile and board the plane and go for a vacation, right? We can't be blinking. We can't, oh, I look good, or may have muscles, so put me up on the plane. Money is what's needed, right? So we need to be wise financially. We need to take control of our finances. And I know within our community, a lot of time it's very easy to talk about, yeah, where you watch on Netflix, which party I go, where I fly go, where you sip on Fashion Nova and Sheen and all of that. But we have to talk about the money as well. And I'm encouraging persons to create a money circle for yourself. People that you talk to about your finances regularly, people that you can, hey, some investments coming out there. You guys participating in this, way think about this. How on the planning around your insurance, your will done. Talk with your friends about that. Let's make financial conversations sexy. Let's make them the norm within our community, and not, boy, who I watch who I watch who on Instagram and who this. Let's talk about our money and how to grow our money. That's what I want to do, right? That's what I talk about. Anybody that comes into my community, they know. Meaning I know waste conversation. Once me and you talk, I'm going to be talking to you about business or money. If you come with anything else like too busy for you, can't talk. Busy over here, watching my portfolio. Busy looking what I need to be doing with my finances, can't talk to you with a careless conversation. That's where I am at. And if you're not there, you can't talk to me.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
want us to be there.
no, man, it's real talk. We talk to my friends, so outside of your investing and your job 401k, we go up on the phone, me have one account, me and say, boy, business said this stock for something they gone down. And when you say, like, just trying to have these conversations because, it's been taboo. We don't talk about money. We don't want people know how much money we have. But at the same time, I've found that having those conversations with friends who are in that same space, we can talk through those fears and
Exactly.
encourage each other. Say, no, man, we're try a thing. All right, you can split the stock up by like what? All of these different things. And you learn this way. And as I think you said something in the last episode, and it's about confidence, right? So
Yeah.
if you don't know anything, feel confident or you're ashamed for us. That's why Keisha, the teacher, have a whole heap of video up on the YouTube, and she get
Yeah,
I
Profit
sign up. Oh,
Jumpstarter
sorry.
on the YouTube. Profit
Yes.
Jumpstarter. My mission, my passion, my vision is that everybody in our community is wealthy. Stinking rich, we call it. We want that. And for you to get there, you have to know more about your finances and you have to take control. It's not a, you call your friend to say, sale or go on over here, so come and go spend money. It's, hey, sale out on our investments. Have you maxed out your 401k? Have you maxed out your IRA? What are you doing for my Canadians? What are you doing with your TFSA and your RRSP? Those are the conversations we need to be having. And that is what's going to push forward wealth within our community, right? This wealth gap that we have, that's what we're going to close it. So
Yeah.
as much as I can do, I'm out there on the streets pounding, 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 saying, look here, wise up to the thing. It's now time to take control about your finances, educate yourself, take action. That's what we want to make sure happen.
All right, wonderful, Keisha. I really enjoy having these conversations. Every time I talk to you, I feel like, yeah, I have some,
Empowered, right?
yeah,
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 that's what I want to push you, and I make sure I want you to feel my passion and the technical of my passion and care with it. Maybe you're not really passionate about your finances, but when you hear me speak, you must say, "True,
yeah.
maybe really do something."
Not only that it's true, but it's possible, and I think that's important. It's like
Wealth is
hope.
possible, which is
Yeah,
our mission statement. Wealth is possible for me, for you, for she, for him, for everybody. Wealth is possible because my story, from even we shared a bit of it on the last episode that I was not born with no money, right? Single mother, Augustone, Kingston, Jamaica. Education was my thing because that's what my mother pushed. At that time, it was, study a book, study a book, study a book, and try and get a good job. It's when I started working that I realized, wait there, there's this thing called investing. There's this thing where I see, all of these more wealthier people doing. Let me go and learn more about it. And as I, immerse myself in that world, I said, oh, so the thing set up. And I was able to raise wealth for myself and my family, create wealth for a whole heap of the other clients. And it's until I said, look here, I'm done with the making rich people richer. I need to help my community to advance. And this is how Profit Jumpstarter was born. And every day we get up and we say, all right, we need to be out on YouTube so people can watch the videos and learn, feel empowered. We need to be on Instagram. We need to be out there doing workshops, being on, podcasts like yours here, carry on friends, to make sure that everybody hear the team and
yeah,
everyone feels inspired.
yeah. No, and I mean, from your episode, I've been a little bit more diligent. So like, my son's birthday came up. They said, "What does he want
Woo!
for his birthday?" And I say, this the
Ah,
godparents just say, "I put money in the 529." I said, thank you,
yeah,
Daddy." Yeah,
yeah.
you
That
just
because that's what other communities discuss. Do you think like or wealthier folks? That's what happened. You have a trust account, and on birthdays, Uncle Tom, Uncle Bill, they make a deposit. That's what we do with our son. Every year, people come and they're like, "What are you doing? Yeah, here's his account information. Please make a deposit there, and then you can send the receipt to his email. Here it is. We'll file the tax at the year end." That's what it is. People come like, "No, his birthday is coming up," and we're getting a lot of questions. Yeah, yeah, throw a party. Weird. And I'm like, no. No, when he requests a party, he will have a party. Until then, you can make a deposit to his education fund. Here are the account details. Thank you for your contribution.
I,
Done.
I don't do no party. The most party that I do for the kids is just like my husband and our immediate family. Happy birthday,
Right.
cut cake, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the memories. And that honestly, that's what lives on. You have this big party, this big elaborating and wine and dine. It's more for the parents than for the kids. Your child don't really care if it's 1 or 500 people that's there. So why are we doing these elaborate things? Why? We need to be putting the money towards investment so we can pay for college. Right? What good is having 15, 16 years of birthdays? And then when it comes time for college, we are scrape and I say, boy, how are you gonna afford college? Let's go take a student loan.
Yeah.
Maybe if we were investing that money over the 15 years, it could be, oh, pick any college that you want to go. You want Ivy League or you want yeah, go. The money is there. And we
Yeah.
can buy a car to go with it.
Yeah. No, it's real talk. Like me tell nobody no send no more tie coming here. Me no want no
No, no drum, no guitar.
any
I don't.
noise making things. Do not
Yes,
send them.
don't send none of them over here. Make a deposit to his education fund. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's true. And, I think we also need this because I think we grew up having it. Like, I remember growing up in primary school, we had thrift club at the church or thrift club at school. And,
Yeah,
it may not have been invested or you gain anything, but it was the early signs of teaching our kids about saving.
right.
So, what can we do as parents to instill in our kids that they need to save?
It starts from birth. So I can tell you what we did. Once my son was born, We immediately opened the education fund, right? And then I did the maths because the maths are for maths. I said, all right, how much do I need to put each month so that by the time he's 18, he's a millionaire? What do I need to put in? What growth rate that money needs to have? Because all I'll do now is just monitor to make sure it's growing that much each year. And I do the maths and he's on his way. Now, what we try and do as well with our kids is speak to them about money. Talk to them about saving and investing, putting funds away for a rainy day. All right, you get your lunch money, which is income. Don't foolishly just spend off all that. Put back a little, maybe you want to save it up for something. You want to save towards your birthday, save towards something. Encourage the kids to be saving towards goals, because these are habits that when you create them early, it follows on into adulthood. If we're training our kids to spend off your money, you must spend your lunch money, you'll get more tomorrow. Spend it off, spend it off, spend it off. They're going to be going into that rat race, and the same thing is going to happen when they enter the workforce. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to spend off all my pay, and they'll start do paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, because that's what I've been used to all my life. We don't want to talk to them about, hey, I have a portfolio for you. This is what is in there. We're saving for college. So know that you are going to college if you want, but the option is there, the money is there, right? So the child don't have to think that, oh, my only option is me need to go find a rich person for be with, or, me need to take to the streets. You want your child to know that there's a future.
Absolutely. Keisha, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Like I said, every time you come on here, me feel empowered, me feel energized, and
Yeah.
for go out and talk to my friends about, all right, this is what Keisha, the teacher, say, what we do? What you do? All right, boom, you're going to do that? All right, I'm going to try this,
Yes.
that type of thing. And I think that's another strategy that I'd like to share. Like, all of us don't try the same thing at the same time. We try, all of us kind of try different strategies and then tell the other
Mhm.
one how it working out. And then we say, all right, make a decision about, okay, all right, we go try this the next go around, because then
Yes.
it
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
us, figure things out. So thank you for affirming some of the things, making me feel confident about what is possible. And why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Right. So I am all over IG, Profit Jumpstarter, on YouTube as well, Profit Jumpstarter. And then, of course, our website, profitjumpstarter.com. You can join my weekly newsletter where I'm talking about these things every week, telling you what to do with your finances right now, giving you ideas and tips that you can use to implement so that you continue to build wealth. That's what it's all about. That's my passion. So if you want to be a part of the Profit Jumpstarter community, find us on IG, YouTube, and our newsletter. Those are our main places. We're there. So come on over. I say come join me on the money side, because that's where I am, the money side. If you want to come over there, you know where to find us.
Wonderful, guys. That newsletter is amazing. So just join up, chock full of information and same energy as well. I can attest to
Yeah.
that. The same way she talk here, nice up a little bit, but same straight talk, same way
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
news.
realness. One
Yes.
thing you get with me is realness. No sugar coating is realness. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So everyone, thank you again for listening. And until next time, walk good.